WTOK TV, this is News Center 11.
Good evening. Candidates are weighing in on the teacher pay raise and how it will impact elections this year. And day 2 of a trial involving a 2017 murder in Newton. What was said in court today?
News Center 11 at 10 starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Tuesday night. I'm Eryn Cooper. We begin the day with the second day of a suspect on trial involving a 2017 murder case. Jurors deliberating on what will happen to Darren Thames. We have information about where the trial stands on our top story tonight. After a day-long trial, the question still remains: guilty or not guilty? The juror did not hand down a verdict in the state's case against defendant Darren Thames, who is the latest member of the Newton Nine to go before a judge in connection with the 2017 murder of a 21-year-old Jamarcus Townsend. Thames is charged with conspiracy to commit murder and accessory after the fact to murder. Interview footage between Thames and law enforcement officers was presented to the court. At the end of the day, the jury reached a unanimous vote on one charge, but not the other. District Attorney Stephen Kilgore spoke with us after the day.
We concluded the testimony. The state called its last witness, then the defense put on their case, and we gave closing statements, and the jury has deliberated for approximately 2 hours, and the judge recessed them to reconvene in the morning to continue deliberations.
Both charges carry a sentence of 0 to 20 years. 6 of the 9 suspects have already been convicted in this case. Clark County authorities are trying to determine how a person ended up in the county with a gunshot wound this evening. Chief Deputy Barry White says a shooting victim was located at the Pachuta Truck Plaza just before 6:30 p.m. He says the victim couldn't explain what happened. Authorities believe that the man was shot in another location, perhaps Jasper County. The victim has been taken to a Meridian hospital for treatment of his injuries. Jasper and Clark County authorities are investigating the case. The Mississippi Court of Appeals has denied appeal of a Meridian man convicted of armed robbery. Sean Bird was sentenced to serve 40 years in prison for an armed robbery charge and 3 years for each count of credit card fraud. He was sentenced in connection with the robbery and killing of an elderly man in the parking lot of the Old Vowels grocery store in 2014. In that 2017 trial, a jury was deadlocked on capital murder charges. A previous trial ended in mistrial. Bird had argued in the appeal that this was his second trial, was barred by double jeopardy, and that the trial court abused its discretion by excluding recordings of 911 calls. The current Meridian Police Department is costing the city $25,000 a month, and the price is expected to rise dramatically. The current lease agreement for the building on 22nd Avenue was established in 2012. In October, the building could cost $300,000 more a year. The mayor says he wants the city to buy the building from the owners so it could be used in ways to benefit the city, as well as save the city that money.
Hopefully, with the terms and agreement that we can do with this new negotiations is to put the city in a better financial footing in regards to what we're paying out each and every month. We may in the future want to use for a jail. We may want to just add on space, but we want to have the options going forward of control of that space.
The mayor wants to negotiate with the owners about buying the building and hopes to know something soon so that the council can vote on it.
Now, Storm Team 11 weather with Chief Meteorologist Brian Hutton Jr.
Really warm outside. Made it the warmest day of the year so far. 88 our official high today. Temperatures are sitting now in the upper 80s for just about all of us. It's going to be warm for us for the next couple of days. But as we head into the weekend, we're watching 2 cold fronts. One on Friday brings us a couple showers. One on Saturday into Sunday could bring us storms and naders. More details coming up for you in your 7-day forecast. Eryn?
Thank you so much. Carthage and Leake County authorities are, I'm sorry, I thought you signaled me. Are we taking it? Okay.
It's Carthage.
Carthage, okay. Carthage and Leake County authorities are searching for a man who went missing last week. Terrence Washington was last seen Thursday at a home in Carthage around 10 o'clock a.m. His family tells us he went to the store and never returned. He was last seen in a tan 2006 Ford Focus with a tag number of LJX724. If you know where Washington might be, you can call the Leake County Sheriff's Department or Carthage Police. He has his family in Newton, so he could be in our area. Lieutenant Governor Tate Reeves was in Meridian this afternoon to officially announce his bid for governor to the people of East Mississippi. Reeves spoke to people at Structural Steel this afternoon. He told the crowd that he loves seeing people working. He talked about his role in economic growth in the state of Mississippi. Reeves also spoke about his Democratic opponent, Jim Hood, and also explained how Democrats are bad for the people and the people of Mississippi.
We cannot allow a liberal to take over Mississippi government. When I ran in 03, I was part of kicking the liberals out of state government in that 03 race, and we're going to continue to work to keep the liberals out of Mississippi because they not only want to change our way of life, they want to change Mississippi values, and they want to change Mississippi's culture.
Reeves will face off against Bill Waller Jr. and Robert Foster. Another election heating up is the race for Tate Reeves' current position of lieutenant governor. As we get closer to the decision in 2019, teacher pay is a big topic, and Courtney Ann Jackson is talking with candidates, Republican Delbert Hoseman and Democrat Jay Hughes, on the issue.